Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Sunday the 12th of September 2021. Today's Millwall news is it's a Sunday, so we're doing a Stat Sunday video. We're going to start off with this from Experimental 361. This is the stats of expected goals over the length of the match, the minutes of the match. The colour lines go across from left to right, and every time a team has a chance on goal, however good that chance is, then the line goes up. And you can see that in that first half, not a lot of chances. There's long periods for both teams where they didn't have a clear-cut chance on goal. Mill were in light blue, and our period ran from about 13th minute to the 35th minute or so, but West Brom had an even longer period from 15 minutes till right up until they had that penalty. You can see the blue line just shooting up as they have the penalty, because the penalty is basically a spot kick penalty towards goal, and that is a very high XG, expected goal, because most you're expected to score from a penalty. It's literally a one-on-one shot on goal, but they didn't score. But you can see how poorly that West Brom played in how few chances they had in that first half. And something must have been said at half time, because they come out of the gates and they score within 4 minutes of restarting the match. And immediately after they score, we have we have a number of chances. They're very small chances. You can see the light blue line, which is Mill's line, goes up very smallly, and then our goal, very decent chance, and that goes up. And then both teams literally playing off each other. We have a chance, they have a chance. The lines basically follow each other until the 75th minute, when we have a really good chance, and then it seems that both teams don't have another shot on goal until, well, Mill don't have another shot on goal until from the 74th minute to the end of the game. That's it for us, and that will kind of be backed up with the substitutes that were made. They were kind of made just to give Mason Bennett and Ryan Leonard a run out, you would say. Not really trying to go after the game. It's just, okay, we've got a point away at West Brom right now. It's the 75th minute. We've got a point away at West Brom. If we can see this out to the end, we're going to go walk away with a point from West Brom. So that appears what happened. The Mill just kind of settled at that point. And you see right at the end, West Brom have a really good chance, and then another chance, but they didn't score, which thank goodness for that. So, but the overall XG, according to this website, is slightly in West Brom's favour, 1.8 to 1.5. But you got to remember, when you take out that penalty, which is a really high XG, I think that XG would be 0.8, because you see the Carlin Grant 0.8. That's basically a large chunk of that would be that penalty. So without that penalty, West Brom will probably be on 1 point something, 1.0, maybe even 0.9. But Millwall's chances were from set pieces and open play. So we play better than them. You could argue. And that's borne out by the next site we go to, which is this one, infogold.net. So if you look in the middle, the XG, they say, is in Mill's favour. They say 1.51 to West Brom, 1.67 to Millwall. So we had the better chances on goal. And here are the events of the game. So yellow card for them, yellow card for us, substitution. Second half, the guy scores. We score within 6 minutes. Substitution for them 5 minutes after that, and then Murray Wallace gets a yellow card, and then 2 substitution for us in the 80th minute, and right at the end, Matt Smith gets a yellow card. So let's look at the lineup and see what they rate the players for this. So this is the West Brom team. They've got 2 players for them doing very well, and the rest not so much. Bartley 7.06, Furlong 7.11. Let's have a look at Millwall. What do they say about Millwall's players? So Murray Wallace 7.42. Okay. Matt Smith 7. I don't know why it's orange. It should be green, I believe. I give Mitchell the lowest at 5.72. Malone's up there 6.9. Wallace 6.6. Ballard 6.6. Cooper 6.6. They give it to Murray Wallace, which is interesting indeed. Substitutes, not much going on there either. So let's go to the stats of the game. In numbers, raw numbers, a percentage of possession, yeah, 54 for them, 46 for us. Attempts on target, 2 for them, 4 for us. Okay, so that's probably not too good when you think the score was 1-1. They had 2 shots on target, we had 4 on target. So 50% of their shots on target went in, 25 for us. Attempts off target 6 to 4. Block shots 3 to 5, and their keeper made 3 saves. I made 1, which I assume would be that fantastic penalty save by Bart Biakowski. So total passes, now this is a lot closer than it normally is. 308 to 245. They really didn't outpass us. It's normally a lot higher than that. And we were absolutely decimated in the Fulham game. They made so many passes. But completed passes 177 to 115. Okay. Corners 4 for them, 5 for us. Offsides 2 each. Fouls 14 to them, 16 to us. I think that's fouls conceded. Yellow cards 1 to 3. Okay, now let's look at the expected goals plotted on a map. Where did they happen on the pitch? Goal attempts. Okay, you can see West Brom. Pre-uniform. It seems they were trying to certain drills that they were trying to do over and over. You can see there's like a line. All of their chances are grouped in that lines across where the penalty spot would be. That is pretty similar to each other, but of course that big blue one is a penalty spot. Penalty spot kick, and it did not go in. The one that did go in was the one there. Okay, and they had, so everything was inside the area except for 2 shots that were outside the area. And then we're going to go to Millwall, and you can see here Millwall had 3 very good chances inside the area. None of them were scored. But the one that was scored was the Daniel Ballard one, the one in the little yellow dot at the bottom, and that was scored. So we saw in the first half how few attempts there were. Yeah, look at that, West Brom. 2 attempts, 1 outside, one inside, but not very good. That was the, let me click on it and it will show up. The Ngana, 13 minutes, that was 7% chance of going in. The penalty was 77% chance of going in, but it was saved by Biakowski. So you can see from West Brom only 3 chances, from Millwall 4. So not much going on, but we did do better than them technically. but our chances all in a line here, like Orion's belt. Not much chance of that going in. Now, the fairness rating, was that a fair result? Yes, absolutely. 96.2 out of 100. That was a fair result. The score reflects the stats, and it should have been a 1-1 draw. So that's nice. Let's check in the second half. So you can see in the second half a lot more. So they were drilled up. They were told. Probably maybe they changed it up and said we're going to switch to this one. Because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, or it's not working. So they switched up, and this is where we get all the things in a line, like an M, shape of an M, trying to get in that. It looks like they're trying to get between the defense and the goalkeeper. It would seem. I don't know the technical name for that. And you can see here from Millwall, there are better chances coming in, and still with the long shots from outside the area. Okay, so now we move on to the players. What did the players do? So whoscored.com. We look at match summary. West Brom were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from the flanks. They committed a high number of individual errors. They had a large quantity of possession in their opponent's half and attacked through the middle. But Millwall were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from long shot situations. Were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from set pieces. Millwall were aggressive. Gave away a lot of free kicks around the box. Oh yes, again with this. We attacked through the middle. Had a high shot frequency when in possession and favoured long balls. Favoured through balls. So here we go with the attempts. Yep, we had more attempts than them, which is good. It's good to have more attempts, but when you look down and you see, oh, we had 13 shots and scored 1 goal. They had 11 and scored 1 goal. So they had a better conversion rate, 9% to 7%. Okay. Yeah. And let's have a look at this one, pass types. So they give 340 to 263. And you can see, so crosses pretty even, 19 to 14. Through balls 1 and 1. Long balls 75 to 73. Short passes 245 to 175. So pretty similar, except they had a lot more short passes than us. Maybe did their goalkeeper take short passes from the back? I still haven't watched the game yet. I'm gonna watch the replay sometime, probably tomorrow. You can watch the replays on iFollow if you're subscribed. You get the full match replay from about 2 AM after the day of the game. Average pass streak 3. So even though they had more passes than us, they didn't. It wasn't by much. It really wasn't by much. Card situations. Yeah, that doesn't really say anything. So let's move on to this. Here we go. So what do they rate the players? So the last website, InfoGoal.net, gave Murray Wallace as Mill's best player. For this website, they give it to Daniel Ballard, 7.7. And then Jed Wallace, 7.5. And then it seems Bart Bukowski, 7.2 because of that penalty save there. But the man of the match overall was Bartley, 8.1. So there you go. But when you add it all up and divide it, if you go up to the club badges, you see our players were better than them. Just barely. 6.68 for Mill's players averaged. 6.63 to West Brom. Their players averaged. Okay. Now let's go down and see. So Mill's worst player, or well, I say worst, but lowest rated. We can spin it like that. Ojo with 5.9, and then one of the subs, Bennett, 6.9. So Mill's players all got mid sixes or above, so that's good. So again, we've seen Millwall had the most shots, more shots than West Brom. Where did they come from? Everywhere. Everywhere. Every outfield player had a shot on goal. The only player who didn't have a shot on goal was Bart Biakowski and the two substitutes, because of course when the substitutes come on, it was time, okay, sit back and see the game out. So Murray Wallace trying to score 2 shots on goal, Malone 3, and everyone else 1. Possession wise, yep, we've seen they've had more possession. So who had the most? Mowat with 8.2 of the match possession, 8.2% of the total possession of the game it was with him. But for Millwall, down the left we go, 5.7 for Malone, 4.8 for Cooper, 4.8 for Saville, 5.3 for Biakowski. So Biakowski getting on the ball and doing it at a time wasting there. Fantastic to see. You got to do what you got to do to get the results, but it would seem that was what happened yesterday. Biakowski had taken his time on the ball. So pass success percentage, they had a better one than us. 57 to 47 overall, averaged out. Ojo 80. And everyone else from Millwall not too good. Not too good, very low there. Okay. It's kind of interesting to see. But Ojo with 80, not bad. Dribbles, so they out dribbled us 9 to 2. Yeah, not much going on there. Wallace and Mitchell, okay. Aerials 1. We won the aerials again, 40 to 38. But literally every outfield player for West Brom won at least one aerial. Except for Diangana. For Millwall, it was again Matt Smith, 12 aerials won. Even with that bandage on his head that he got after a clash of heads. 12 aerials won. Then Cooper 7, Murray Wallace 6, Ballard, Kieftenbeld, Saville. Even little Kieftenbeld, 4 aerials won. Saville 4 aerials won. That's very Leonard when he come on 2. Not bad for only having 10 minutes on the pitch. Tackles, we have more tackles than them, 8 to 6. So only one of the defenders to making a tackle was Ballard. Kieftenbeld 2, Saville 2, Malone 1, and Jed Wallace 2. Okay, corners 5 to 3. 4 of them were from Malone, 1 from Wallace. So what, Wallace out of favour, or was it just because it was on that side of the pitch that preferred Malone? Dispossessed, so they were dispossessed 5 times. So pressure was on them with their dribbling, getting dispossessed. But for me, it was Smith and Wallace. So let's look now at more clear-cut chances. So this is the players rated: 7.71 Ballard, Jed Wallace, Biakowski, and then Jay Cooper 7.02. 4 players 7 or above. Nice. Go down. So I've always said before, if you're a player and you get substituted, and the player you get substituted for gets a better score than you, that reflects poorly on you. So we've got Shea Yojo with 5.88 score, and a player that's substitute for both of them. I don't know which one was specifically for him. I think I would assume it was Mason Bennett. It's 5.97. So only just, but he did better than him, or he got a better score than him, stats wise. I don't know how, because it doesn't seem Mason Bennett done much in that game. So I don't know what warrants him getting a higher score than Ojo. But he did. He did. But Ryan Leonard did not get a higher score than Billy Mitchell. So Ryan Leonard's pass success was 16.7 in the 79 minutes. So he had 14 touches, Ryan Leonard, and 16.7 pass accuracy. Okay, so it seems he probably needed that, or maybe he needed a bit more training, because he was off the pace there, passing the ball awry a lot. So who had the most touches for me? Let's have a look at that. Malone 52, Cooper, Saville, Ballard, pretty much the same in that mid 30s, 40s region. Ojo not much, even though he's on for 80 minutes on the pitch. So okay, that's probably why he got a low score. Didn't get involved much on the ball. So shots. So even though Scott Malone had 3 shots, sounds impressive. 0 on target. Murray Wallace 2 and 0. Jay Cooper 1 and 0. So who had the shots on target? We have 4 shots on target. And Ojo 1 and 1. Billy Mitchell 1 and 1. Jed Wallace 1 and 1. And Ballard 1 and 1, and he got the goal. Okay, so the pass accuracy was way off for everyone except for Ojo. Even though he only had 18 touches, we'll find out how many passes he actually had to get that 80%. Probably, I'm guessing it's pretty low, because if he only had 18 touches, the most he could have passed the ball would be, can you guess? 18 times. So that's probably why his accuracy is so high, and everyone else is so poor. That is really poor, to be honest with you. Bart Biakowski's normally that low because he's doing long balls, long goal kicks. So let's move it on to offense. We've seen the shots and the shots on target. Dispossessed. Who got dispossessed? Yeah, only Mario Matt Smith. Unscheduled touches, poor ball control. Shea Ojo. That's probably why the low score. Five instances of poor ball control. Then George Saville, then Mikael Keftenbeld, and then another 4 players with 1. Okay. Let's move on to defensive. Tackles made. Keftenbeld, Saville, Wallace. Till we get to a defender, and then there's 1 from Danny Ballard. Interceptions. Ballard, Cooper, Murray Wallace, 2-2-2. Nice. Clearances. Murray Wallace. So here's probably where Murray Wallace got a high score, probably from that last page we looked at, info.goal.net, because they probably mark up clearances higher, and he's got 10 of them. And Jake Cooper 8, Danny Ballard 5, Billy Mitchell 5, George Saville 4. So we weren't tackling them, we were just clearing the ball. Probably getting in there and getting the ball off them and clearing it out, rather than just making actual hard tackles. Block shots, so we blocked the shot 3 times, and 1 was from Ryan Leonard when he come on, and 2 from Murray Wallace. So again, that helps Murray Wallace's score go up. We gave away the most fouls. Matt Smith 6. Okay. Then half of that, Mikael Keftenbeld. Okay. So passing wise, yeah. So we've seen the passing accuracy was piss poor. Who had the most passes for Millwall? Bart Biakowski. So that's very low as well. That is very low. Bart Biakowski had the most passes for Millwall. That is Unusual. That is unusual. Normally a defender. So he had one more than Jay Cooper and Jules Saville. It's normally a defender. Normally the right-sided defender, which would be Ballard, but it wasn't. Or Hutchison. Yeah, it was. He's not playing, so. Yeah. So you would have probably rate. Well, no, you wouldn't rate anyone because his pass accuracy is very off. And it was good conditions in the match. No, it wasn't raining. Well, I don't understand his passing accuracy. Why it's so poor. Maybe I will when I watch the game, when I replay of the game. But so how many shots passes? So yeah, so Ojo had 10, and he had 80% accuracy. But Ryan Leonard, come on, they had 6 passes to make. He only made 6 passes. And he only had 16.7 accuracy. Oh, yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Coming back a bit too soon. Out of off the pace. These numbers are really, really low. So let's look at crosses and accurate crosses. So Malone 7 and 2, Jed Wallace 5 and 2, Shea Ojo 2 and 1, not bad, 50%. Okay, but no one else had a cross. 3 players had crosses. We've got Matt Smith on the pitch, and Malone's are mostly corners. Yeah, with 5 corners. Jed Wallace had, or was it 4? And Jed Wallace had 1. I know that. So not a lot of crossing going on. Even though we got Matt Smith on the pitch. Okay. Okay. Only 3 players having crosses. Long balls though. How was that? So Bart Biakowski's long goal kicks, 29 and 11. That's just under half. So yeah, that would probably account for the 40%. Okay. Malone 7 and 2. Danny Ballard 7 and 0. His long balls didn't go to any Millwall player. Not good at all, and that's probably why the low out of the 31.8 pass accuracy. Couldn't find a Millwall player with a long ball. That is poor all round, to be honest. Yeah. Jay Cooper only 6 and 1. George Saville 5 and 1. Mario Wallace 5 and 1. Now that would probably account for as well Bartley's high score. Why on this website? Where is he? Carl Bartley got a high score. Maybe he was interrupting the long balls towards Matt Smith and preventing accurate pass to Matt Smith. Yeah, but this is poor passing all round, to be honest here. Doesn't look good on paper. Yeah, so but hey, we got the point. Again, Danny Ballard got the highest rating for Millwall. I think he did in the Blackpool game as well. Giving Jed Wallace a run for his money. And it's good to see. It really is good to see. He's having a really good spell at the moment, Danny Ballard. Really impressive. But that goal would have marked him up as well. Absolutely, really impressive. And like we said, according to that website, infocold.net, a fair result. That was a fair result. So now we go to Swansea on Wednesday. Swansea away. And hopefully we can do the same or better and get a decent result. On Monday, the under 23s are playing at Coventry. at the Alan Iggs Centre. Don't know if anyone is watching this around that way. I believe it's free entry. If you want to go to that. If not, don't worry about it. I'll tell you about how they got on in tomorrow's video. But for today, thank you for watching. Goodbye.